everyone, welcome to my channel Study Time. Today we will discuss the question answers of the chapter Keeping It from Harold. The fourth A is based on your reading of the story, answer the following questions by choosing the correct option. The first one here is Mrs. Bramble was a proud woman because why she was proud? Because she was the mother of a child prodigy. Prodigy means genius. वो बहुत ही एक इंटेलिजेंट बच्चा था जो हैरोल्ड था, इसलिए she was a proud woman. The very naming of the Harold had caused a sacrifice on his part. The writer's tone here is gentle. ओके तो उसका जो यहाँ पे बिहेवियर दिखाया गया है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा जेंटल दिखाया गया है, क्योंकि उसकी वो अपने बच्चे का जो नाम है वो किसी बॉक्सर के नेम पे रखना चाहता था, लेकिन जब उसकी वाइफ ने इंसिस्ट किया कि हैरोल्ड रखेंगे तो वो इजीली मान गया और उसने अपनी विश को सेक्रीफाइस किया. सो दिस शोज हिज जेंटल बिहेवियर. Harold had defied the laws of heredity by being good at academics. हालांकि जो हेरिडिटी होती है वो एक पर्सन से जब बच्चों में जाती है तो वो सेम ही टाइप के चीज़ों को दिखाती है. जैसे कि उसका फादर एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन था तो हैरोल्ड को भी एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन होना चाहिए था, लेकिन वो क्या है, ही इज बीइंग गुड एट एकेडमिक्स. तो उसने उस चीज़ों को डिफाई किया है. डिफाइड द लॉज ऑफ हेरिडिटी, वो उसकी बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट है. Harold felt that he was deprived of the respect that his classmates would give him as they did not know his father was the famous boxer young Pokey. अगर उसके फ्रेंड्स को पता होता कि उसका फादर फेमस बॉक्सर यंग पोकी है तो उसे उसके क्लासमेट्स से रिस्पेक्ट मिलती और वो उसका मजाक कभी नहीं उड़ाते. The E part here is, it's hard, he said at length in a choked voice. What was hard according to Mr. Fisher? Mr. Fisher ने कहा था ना it's hard, ये लाइन नंबर 75 में आप पढ़ सकते हैं. तो वो उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड था अपने गुस्से को कंट्रोल करना. टू कंट्रोल हिज एंगर, वो पर्सी को मारना चाहता था. यहाँ पे लिखा भी गया है जस्ट वांटेड टू ब्रेक हिज नेक. तो वो उसको बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा आ रखा था. उसे लग रहा था जो रूट कॉज है इन सब बातों का, जो कि मिस्टर ब्रैम्बल ने स्टेप बैक किया है फाइट से, उसका रूट कॉज जो है पर्सी है. इसलिए उसके लिए अपने एंगर को कंट्रोल करना काफ़ी ज़्यादा मुश्किल हो रहा था. इट वॉज हार्ड फॉर हिम टू कंट्रोल हिज एंगर. What do you gauge about Major Percy Stokes' character from the story? Select the most appropriate option from the following. तो Major Percy Stokes का character कैसा था? Man of wrath, he was a man of anger. No, persuasive था. वो लोगों को अपनी बातों में कर लेता था. आर्ग्यूमेंटेटिव था, आर्ग्यूमेंट करता था. इंटरफेयरिंग भी था और उसके लिए उसका सेल्फ बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट था. तो द थर्ड ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. सेकेंड, फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ वन, दैट इज परसुएसिव, इंटरफेयरिंग एंड सेल्फ important. 4B is read the given extracts and answer the questions by selecting the correct options. First one here is, the only drawback was that his very perfection had made necessary a series of evasions and even deliberate falsehoods on the part of herself and her husband, highly distasteful to both. They were lovers of truth, but they had realized that there are times when truth must be sacrificed. At any cost, the facts concerning Mr. Bramble's profession must be kept from Harold. His very perfection refers to Harold's जेंटलमैनली मैनर्स. हाँ, वो एक जेंटलमैनली मैनर्स उसमें थे. वो बहुत ही अच्छा बच्चा था. एस्पिरेशन टू बी द बेस्ट एंड एक्सेप्शनल इंटेलिजेंस, वो एक्सेप्शनली इंटेलिजेंट था. ऑब्सेशन विद क्लीनलीनेस. तो इसमें जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट एंड थर्ड पॉइंट इज करेक्ट, सो ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट हियर. What was highly distasteful to both Mrs. and Mr. Bramble? Consciously choosing to lie. हालांकि they were both lovers of truth, उन्हें सच बोलना अच्छा लगता था और लेकिन चाहते हुए भी उन्हें झूठ बोलना पड़ रहा था, जो कि highly distasteful था to both Mrs. and Mr. Bramble. The fact concerning Mr. Bramble's profession must be kept from Harold because it would make him feel ashamed. उन्हें लगता था कि अगर उसे पता चला कि उसके फादर एक बॉक्सर हैं, then he will feel ashamed. On the faces of the three of them, concentration was written. In the eyes of the fourth, Mr. Fisher, there glittered that nasty, steely expression of the man who sees his way to getting a bit of his own back. Mr. Fisher's was not an unmixedly chivalrous nature. He considered that he had been treated badly. तो यहाँ पर उस वक्त की बात हो रही है जबकि ये सब तीनों बातें कर रहे थे. पर्सी, मिस्टर ब्रैम्बल, फिशर, मिसेस ब्रैम्बल, 4 of them were talking. और उस वक्त कौन आ जाता है? हैरोल्ड वहां पर आ जाता है. The 3 of them felt anxious because Harold had heard a part of their conversation. उन्होंने उनकी थोड़ी सी बात जो है सुन ली थी. Get a bit of his own back implies taking revenge. How was Mr. Fisher planning to get his own back? By telling Harold the truth about his father. तो वो अपना बदला लेना चाहता था by telling Harold the truth about his father, जो कि उसके father ने हमेशा उससे छुपा कर रखा. Mr. Fisher felt he had been treated badly because Mr. Bramble had called off his fight with Murphy. उसे इस बात का बहुत ज़्यादा दुख था. उसे लगा था कि उसके साथ भी गलत हो रहा है क्योंकि वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत कर रहा था. He was coach of Mr. Bramble. और जब मिस्टर ब्रैम्बल ने कहा कि वो ये फाइट नहीं करेंगे मर्फी के साथ तो उसे इस बात का बहुत ज़्यादा दुख था. And he thought that he had been treated badly. 5A. Answer the following questions briefly. Question number A here is, why was it necessary to keep Harold's father's profession a secret from him? तो उसे छुपाना क्यों जरूरी था? Harold's father was a professional boxer, but Harold was a scholarly child with a very gentle and sophisticated behavior. Mr. Bramble and his wife considered that boxing was an inferior profession and it may become difficult for Harold to accept the image and qualities of his father as displayed by any professional boxer. Hence they thought it was necessary to hide his father's profession from him. एक तो उनका बच्चा कोई ordinary child नहीं था, वो scholarly child था, बहुत intelligent था, gentle था और इसलिए उन्हें लगता था कि वो जो एक बॉक्सिंग के प्रोफेशन को inferior समझेगा और कहीं ना कहीं he will feel ashamed of his father's profession. इसलिए उन्हें लगा कि it was necessary to hide his father's profession from him. B part, describe Mr. Bramble as he was being described in the story. तो Mr. Bramble कैसे थे? Mr. Bramble, a heavyweight boxer by profession, like a walnut, was tough on the exterior and equally tender from within. वो जितना बाहर से hard दिखता था उतना ही वो soft था from inside. He was a man who was deeply concerned about his family. Mr. Bramble was a professional boxer, but he is very caring father and a loving father in his personal life. For the sake of his son, he even kept his profession a secret from his son. Bramble was too protective of his son, and just the idea of how his professional image could hamper Harold's delicate psychology made him decide to quit his profession before the due time. तो उसे जब लगा कि ये सब बातें जो हैं हैरोल्ड के साइकोलॉजी को हिट करेंगी तो उसने इस चीज से जो है खुद को पीछे कर लिया. उसने अपने प्रोफेशन तक को छोड़ना सही समझा. तो ही वॉज अ वेरी गुड फादर और बहुत ही केयरिंग था वो, लेकिन एज अ बॉक्सर ही वॉज लाइक अ वॉलनट, वॉज टफ ऑन द एक्सटीरियर एंड इक्वली टेंडर फ्रॉम विद इन. Question number C, who was Jerry Fisher and what did he say to try and convince Bill to change his mind? So Jerry Fisher was Bill's trainer and he had been working hard at White Hart to train Bill for the boxing match scheduled next week. If Bill withdrew, even Jerry's career and reputation as a trainer would suffer. He reminded Mr. Bramble of the money, he reminded him of how the press would react and on his decision, and most of all he asked him to think of him once before taking any final decision. These all points are very very important. एक तो उसने उसे मनी के बारे में सोचने के लिए कहा, रिमाइंड कराया, उसने प्रेस के बारे में रिमाइंड कराया, उसने कहा कि कम से कम मेरे बारे में सोचो कोई भी फाइनल डिसीजन लेने से पहले. ये आपको बुक के जो पॉइंट्स हैं, पॉइंट नंबर 90, 91, 92, 93, इसमें ये सारा कुछ आपको समझाया. उसकी जो कन्वर्सेशन है वो यहीं पर हुई है यहाँ पर वो कहता भी है, जो फिशर है वो बोलता है कि यू आर ऑफ योर हेड एंड थिंक ऑफ द पर्स, थिंक ऑफ द सम ऑफ मनी ऑफर्ड एज प्राइज, और जहाँ जितने लोग वहाँ पर प्रेस वाले आने वाले हैं, स्वेल्स दैट विल बी कमिंग टू सी यू, इवन वही को कहता है कि थिंक ऑफ व्हाट द पेपर्स विल से, थिंक ऑफ मी। तो ये सब जो लाइन्स हैं इनमें सारी उनकी कन्वर्सेशन से हमें ये सारे पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं। तो सबसे पहले उसने मनी के बारे में रिमाइंड कराया, प्रेस के बारे में रिमाइंड कराया, अपने बारे में रिमाइंड कराया। तो यू हैव टू राइट ऑल दिस पॉइंट्स प्रॉपरली। Question number D. Why was Harold upset that his father had not told him about his true identity? Give two reasons. See, he was very upset with his father for not telling him his true identity. तो इसके दो रीजन थे. Harold was very hurt to know that his parents kept such a secret from him. He realized that he had been deprived of the honor of being a son of young Pokey. तो उसके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा ऑनर था, क्योंकि वो इस स्पोर्ट का जो है बहुत बड़ा फैन था। और जब उसे ये रियलाइज हुआ कि उसके खुद का फादर ही यंग पोकी है, तो उसे लगा कि उसे डिप्राइव किया गया है इस ऑनर से। Second, Harold felt that he had missed the golden chance of winning respect and being the subject of envy of his classmates. If they had known that his father was the famous boxer Young Pokey, his schoolmates wouldn't dare to call him Googles. तो बच्चे जो उसका मजाक उड़ाते थे, तो शायद वो उसके साथ कभी ऐसा ना करते। Question number E. Do you agree with the decision of Harold's parents of hiding the fact that his father was a boxer? Why or why not? देखिए, इस पे हर किसी का अपना व्यू हो सकता है. According to me, Harold's parents' decision of hiding from him the fact that his father was a boxer was not correct. They thought that Harold would die of disgrace if he came to know that his father was a man of wrath, means man of anger, and called young Pokey. The truth was the other way around. Harold was deeply interested in boxing. Every physical activity is as dignified as any intellectual activity. तो मिस्टर ब्रैम्बल और मिसेस ब्रैम्बल को लगता था कि ये फिजिकल एक्टिविटी एज अ द प्रोफेशन ऑफ मिस्टर ब्रैम्बल एज अ बॉक्सर, ये कोई अच्छा प्रोफेशन नहीं है, लेकिन इट वॉज इक्वली डिग्निफाइड एज एनी इंटेलेक्चुअल एक्टिविटी। तो उन्हें ये सच उससे नहीं छुपाना चाहिए था। Question number F. Why did Mr. Bramble decide at the last minute not to fight with American Murphy at the National Sporting Club? तो last minute पे ही ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Mr. Bramble decided at the last minute not to fight with American Murphy at the National Sporting Club because it is too big an affair to hide from Harold. इस बात को छुपाया ही नहीं जा सकता था. Mr. Bramble knew that the fight in which he was to take part was a national affair and it was to be reported in the mail with his photograph. चाहे वो जीतता चाहे वो हारता, वो मेल में तो आने ही वाला था और उसकी फोटोग्राफ भी आने ही वाली थी. He feared that his son Harold would come to know about his real identity, which he had hidden from him for so long. Because Harold reads the mail regularly, वो regularly mails check करता था. He is ready to lose all his fame, passion, money, as well as career for Harold. He has decided to leave boxing and work as an instructor at some school or कॉलेज. तो उसने अपना प्रोफेशन गिव अप करने का सोच लिया था, क्योंकि इस बात को छुपाया ही नहीं जा सकता था, क्योंकि उसकी जो फाइट थी वो अमेरिकन मर्फी के साथ थी और ये एक बहुत बड़ा इशू था. There are times when truth must be sacrificed. Do you agree? Why or why not? Yes, I agree with the above statement because to make someone happy and comfort them when they are in need and are sad, the truth must be sacrificed. कई बार तो हमें ऐसा sacrifice करना पड़ जाता है दूसरों को खुशी देने के लिए, उन्हें comfortable करने के लिए, but this should not become a habit. Don't judge a book by its cover. Discuss with reference to Mr. Bramble's personality. The saying don't judge a book by its cover means that you should not judge someone or something based only on what you see on the outside or only on what you perceive without knowing the full situation. Mr. Bramble, from the story Keeping It from Harold, is a professional heavyweight boxer. He can be compared to a walnut, since one might think he is a tough person when he is tender within. He is a man deeply concerned about his family, and he was so worried about damaging his son's reputation that he kept his profession a secret. He was even ready to quit for his son. तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा सॉफ्ट हार्टेड था, लेकिन सो ये जो है लाइन, डोंट जज अ बुक बाय इट्स कवर, तो इस तरह से यू कैन एक्सप्लेन. Thank you so much. I hope the answers are helpful to you. Kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.